Okay, welcome everyone to the wallet development and testing session for Tuesday, February 11th. So we have Arvin with us today. Arvin, do you have any updates you'd like to share with everyone?
Yeah, I can share my processing about what I'm doing now.
Okay.
Let me share it. Okay. Uh, I have done several function by now. The first one is that I add auto login checkbox. If you didn't check it, you will just log out after 30 minutes, and after that, when you log, you can see. Just go to here. It will redirect to the sign-in page. You should type in your password again to log in your MRW. That's the first one. So if you just check the auto login, and then it will show that after 30 minutes the log time, and you will show you will miss the uh, locked module that you just type in your password, and you can unlock main the main page. That is the first function that I add the auto login. If you didn't choose and the default is didn't choose, uh, you log in it. After you log in, you will oh, what's it? Yeah, you will just after 30 minutes, your account will auto log out. That's it. And secondly, I add some configuration about testnet, so that if later you want to get some uh, customized network, you can use this function that you can configure it. And by default, all the testnet it's all disabled. This, and after the mainnet is launched, I will just change the network to the mainnet, and after that, if the URL is correct, I will change it to that. This is second part of the select work, and again I add a shortcut to the mainnet change. So if you just click the localhost, it will uh, deploy the contact, and it will soon to show the result. You can see, and I'm planning to add um, block highlight in this part, so you can know which block have you are receiving, and maybe I will add another part, like block information, because uh, I found that when I deploying the contact, I will receiving every block information, the basic information. So maybe I can have a menu that part can be explorer of uh, the blocks in your latest. So it's maybe not the uh, full part of the explorer, but maybe this can be a useful function. That's it. And the last part, I'm working on my RChain wallet desktop version, and you click it, it will open a page. Actually, it will load the web page of the my RChain wallet. just this page, and it will just loading the net, and after that it will show the result. You can see it's the same with the web version. So everyone can just download the desktop version, this client, to the local, and then it will just connect to the my RChainWallet.com, and then get the data and get the page and the whole information saved in the local, and it will be security. And actually, with the my RChain wallet, this desktop, it will be much easy to build a Windows version, Mac version, or even Linux version. So if we just put this to release, it will we can avoid the whole stuff with the DNS pollution or some else. That's it. So here this whole the process, and I also made some user experience improvement. Like if you refresh the page, it will show this, and also will show the uh, progress progress. Like if we can have the slow switch, yeah, the little uh, progressing bar in this place. So if you just change every page, it will show this one. And if you refresh, the loading page have been changed to this one, and this loading stuff. That's it. And I'm also try to figure out some new web API of the uh, rnode. I just connect. I just ask Thomas about this, and I will try it later. So this is the almost whole update this time, because we have a Chinese holiday, so didn't large step of the update. But I think this stuff maybe some weeks later it can be more production, because but actually this version can also used for the mainnet, because uh, we just change the testnet to the mainnet. This can be worked well too. That's it. This is a whole the progress I'm doing now. Yeah.
Very good. Thank you, Arvin, for the update. It's great to see all the progress you've been doing.
Yeah. So are we still using the Envoy proxy?
If you use this one, actually this is that in my local host, I just use the in the local host. I have this to Docker container. So this one to just proceed up with the gRPC gRPC server, and in the online version, I use Nginx to proxy the gRPC version, the gRPC server. So if you want to develop it in the local, it's maybe you here it is a Docker Compose file that this is Thomas work. I just used it. You can just type in the Docker Compose app, and then it will show the page, and you can get the result in this log part.
Since you are, I guess you will port some gRPC to HTTP soon if you use the new web API that Tomislav have worked on. So ultimately, I think you will be able to get rid of Envoy proxy and gRPC because listen data name can be done through HTTP now. Deploy also, can be done through HTTP. So hopefully you will not need gRPC anymore.
No. I think there are some more information, more server that we also need to gRPC. That's because if in this version we just redeploy the check balance contract, it will need to connect to gRPC to get if this block have finalized this contact, check it if it is deployed. So maybe we need still rnode to send information to the web, so web can know if this check balance contract be deployed or not deployed. If it's deployed, that you can get information over gRPC or HTTP. That can be both okay. You can see.
Rafia, I think you're on mute.
Arvin needs gRPC because of the way he is retrieving balance. So right now it's a good way, but I have talked with Tomislav, and exploratory deploys will be the ultimate solutions for all that is currently being done with deploy and the WebSocket connection. So basically, the get balance and the data name will be possible with exploratory deploy. But I don't know if it is in 1 month or 2 months or 2 weeks. But yes, Arvin, right now you are doing the right thing.
Yeah,
so it's great.
If there is a function that we can just like check balance without deploying the contact, I think maybe we don't need gRPC that.
Yes, it will be exploratory deployed, and it will be
Yeah.
Basically, you will just deploy some Rolang, and you will tell an address, or you will write some Rolang code that returns a blockchain balance, simply a rel balance. And for listen data name, you will deploy some Rolang code that returns the value of an unforgeable name. So as I understand it from Tomislav, exploratory deploys will be available in rnode 9.20. So this is the next release. But it is right now a legacy Rolang. So it means that an unforgeable name cannot be an unforgeable name outside of that is not referenced in the registry cannot be read. So this is of course the main purpose of Rolang, but for exploratory deploys, this feature should be enabled, and it will be enabled later, as Tomislav told me. So this is the state of development for exploratory deploys.
I have a question that this might not be the right place for it, but I have found this site called fuse.io that allows me to create a wallet on Ethereum, and then it allows me to create an ERC20 token, create a users list, and then send this ERC20 token to the people on this users list. How far are we from doing anything like that? Do we want to do anything like that, or it's just the wrong time and place for that?
No, I think it's interesting because, of course, right now we're only talking about Rev, which is a native currency. But yes, I guess token easy deployment of token contracts and easy distribution is definitely a good thing. And but right now there is not there is no standard of token that has been written inside the RChain ecosystem. So that would be the first step, I think. And then eventually some user interface to easily deploy such a contract. But yes, it's interesting. I have proposed some ERC implementation that I have presented previously, but it is very it's at it's 10% completed, so right now I don't work on it anymore. But yes, it's I'll check this fuse.io website. I think I understood what they.
There was a ERC20 implementation on the RChain website. Going back a couple of years ago, I think. I don't know if it's the version of Rolang may have been archaic, but I was wondering if that version is still around somewhere.
Mike Stay has worked on a make mint contract, which is in the examples, in the RChain folder, in the RChain repo. But I don't know exactly how to interact with it and how to deploy it. But I think this is the most advanced implementation for token like issuance on RChain. .raw file.
Sorry.
Okay, does anyone else have any other thoughts on wallets? Raphael, you wanted to go. Did you want to review your technology page that you created, or?
Yeah, maybe I have a question for Arvin. Since
Okay.
you have done a PWA, right? Progressive Web App. So it's great because right now it depends a bit less of the domain name because it can be installed locally on computers. What happens if the website, if I have installed my RChain wallet locally, and for any reason the website becomes is down or corrupted in any way, does the local my RChain wallet launches properly?
You mean that
Did you
uh,
if your website goes down, will it still work, the PWA that has been installed? Will it work without?
you mean the desktop version of the my RChain wallet?
Yes.
Actually, we have two methods to connect about this part. The first one is just like what I'm doing now, is that just loading the URL. This is the first one, and the second part, that's
So it is Electron. I didn't.
You didn't catch
I
it.
thought you were
Sorry, I can't catch up.
web app, but it's not. It's Electron.
Raphael,
Okay,
your audio is getting cut off. Maybe turn off your video. It may help your audio. Go ahead and.
Okay, I thought Arvin was working on a progressive web app, which is a sort of website installation, but he's not. He's working on Electron application. So okay, that's a mismatch from me.
The another, I can see the another part that like what I've done before, like this one.
I'm sorry, I have to go just 1 minute.
This part is that it can just load the file. This part is like that. If we have some file in the local, and then we can just pack it into into this. It will release a version that we have a file named app.asar. If we can just example, I just clean this to parts and just Oops. You can see this part hold the web page file, and then you just open it. Oh yeah, it's true. That's if we use this part, we can even open the page offline. But there are also some problems that the update of the web version cannot make the desktop version also the update. We need to update the desktop version. So you need to download another desktop version. So it after that you can get the release, get the update. So there are two kind of achievements. The implement of the desktop version. Maybe we can discuss about which implements we should choose, or if there are some more better way to get this get the client this client done.
Okay, great. Nice. So maybe, yes, I can give just a 5 minutes talk about my stuff. So, so Arvin, can you quit sharing your screen?
Yeah.
Okay, so as I said, the main focus for me is the next releases of RChain with the exploratory deploys and the possibility to check balance and get an unforgeable name value for free. So this has been the thing I'm awaiting for months. Since I have not that right now, I have worked on some upgrade of my code. So this repo, which is a step-by-step dapp construction tutorial for dapp and RChain, I have upgraded it so it works with 9.19 release of rnode and with the next release of dapp, which is not released yet. So I have done that. I have worked on dapp also, and I have created a Rolang deployment module that is very easy to use. We just write Rolang, we hit next step, we validate our account so the transaction can be signed, and then we deploy it. So it will be that easy to deploy Rolang from dapp. Then, of course, the file uploader and web application uploader that already existed. So these are the changes. And then on a more technical issue, I have written a technology and protocol overview for dapp. So I think it's the best way to dive in for people who would not have understand it correctly. What is dapp? What is the dapp network? What is the dapp protocol? So it goes through all of these concepts, And it's very general, so it's a general description of the protocol. It can be, of course, this protocol, just like blockchain, can be deployed in various environments. So there are variables which are explained in the text. So feel free to read it. And yes, thank you, Steve, for the feedback on errors. I have fixed it. I think they are fixed. Yes, okay, so it's fixed. Okay, so that's it for me. So feel free to read this page.
Very good. Thank you, Raphael. All right.
And I think I'll have to go now.
Okay. Thank you, Raphael. You have a great day.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Team.
Yeah,
Doing great work.
Try that, Raphael. Thank you for your effort there.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Jim. Goodbye.
Okay. So, yeah, step by step, you know, we're making progress. So I have 30 minutes. Anything else? Anyone else like to go over? Here, I had a thought. Hey, Jim, and Gary, let me run this by you. So you know, as far as and maybe Ned as well, get your thoughts. You know, so for communicating with the community, we have our Discord that everyone communicates in as the main channel. But time to time, I step into Telegram and kind of see what's going on there. And there's quite a bit of activity. So typically and the difference between, I think, Discord and Telegram is Discord are typically more co-op members, and Discord so that's Discord is co-op members. Telegram, you're going to get a combination of some co-op, but a lot of people who are not in the co-op. So, I typically make the announcement for the wallet development session and dapp sessions in Discord, inviting people to attend. Should I extend or post in the Telegram Telegram as well to invite people who are interested to come and join us in our wallet development? Or am I taking a chance because the banter in those groups, they get a bit unruly, and I'd hate for that unruliness to come into our very structured and positive environment here. But it would certainly expand the participation. Any thoughts on that?
I think it's a good idea. There is a risk, but frankly, we've never seen the kind of risk that kind of risk manifested in Zoom sessions. People tend to behave themselves in Zoom sessions.
Well, we have had it. We've had some pretty big attacks.
Yeah.
Is in Digital Life Collective, we had as well as in scenario in RChain. But the thing with it is, with the Zoom chat, you can lock the room. You can kick people out.
Yeah, exactly. And if
we do that, it might mean that we need to brush up on our Zoom administrator skills just in case.
Okay. Yeah, and there's a sort of a method to my madness. So RAW or the rnode, Thursday rnode sessions have kind of evolved into, we're taking a portion of that time for tech governance. So we've had 2 or 3 sessions of tech governance related topics, and so that's an area that needs to start to take shape And and with tech governance, you know, I view that as, okay, what's going to, as far as the technology and features and everything, all and above, going forward, what you know, what are those design and features going to be? In what order are they going to be rolled out? And you know, what are the impacts and things like that? How's all that going to be managed? So you know, as the platform develops, I think, you know, we have to kind of be in tune to what, you know, we want people to develop on the platform. You know, we need applications on the platform in order to create transaction volume. That's the goal. So so transactions and dapps, that's the community. You know, that's the people out there. And the people out there, they're, you know, they're in Telegram as well. So so my thought is, since I'm involved in tech governance, is to start engaging the Telegram platform with the idea of, I see myself as a facilitator. You have RChain development over here, and you have the community over here. Someone has to be in the middle, kind of facilitating, coordinating the two. As far as, you know, what is RChain developing, and what are these features, you know, who are they for, and what are they supposed to do, and what is it the community needs? And sometimes those things don't necessarily line up. You know, RChain is developing something that they think the community needs, and the community says, hey, we don't need that. What are you doing? We need this. And also is they're speaking different languages. They don't know how to communicate with each other, because they're maybe talking about the same thing. They may be not talking about the same thing. They're using different ways to express themselves. So, and I think that creates an element of frustration. So as someone in the middle, a facilitator can help. It's essentially, when you have a wheel that turns, a wheel needs grease. So I would be the grease that makes the wheel go. The idea is, the objective is for the effort to move forward. And if it's battling, if it's fighting, you're not moving forward. But if there's, you know, if it's being facilitated, hey, then maybe you're moving forward a little bit more. So I don't know how this is going to work out, but it was pointed on Telegram, you know, hey, and well, let me back up here. And because I'm a board member, you know, I'm more in tune to what's going on in the co-op, and you know, I attend all these sessions, the committee sessions, so I'm in tune to what's going on. But I'm not staff, so you know, I'm not RChain staff. I'm not, and you know, I don't work on the administrative piece of it, but you know, I generally know what's going on, and I can clarify things. So perhaps with that role, I might be better positioned as a facilitator. So that's my thought of, you know, for me getting into the Telegram and kind of figuring it out. How is all that going to work? How it's going to be managed? And it's not going to. We won't figure out initially, but I think it's something we have to do, because the goal is create dApps, create applications to drive up transaction volumes, and it's the people out there, community, that's going to be doing that and driving that, and we want to help, you know, spur that along. So, and I recognize that Telegram, even more so than Discord, it's unruly. I mean, you know, the profanity, the criticisms, the knockdowns, all of that. So, you know, I don't know how all that's going to work out. But, you know, it's certainly not a structured professional environment. You know, I work for the phone company, kind of in this role of facilitator, where you have customers and you have, you know, development team, trying to be in the middle to coordinate the two. You know, you don't have people, you know, trying to tear you down. You know, they were certainly critical and, you know, very strong with their how they're communicated, but it was still reasonably, you know, courteous and polite. This, on the other hand, it's no holds bar. It's kind of the free for all. So
the Wild West of
the wild. Yeah, I was going to use that term, but I was taking it to the extreme. The Wild West.
One thing I can say.
Hold on, can I make a suggestion? Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead, Ned.
It's still shot. So I think it's a good idea, but you have to be really clear on what the objectives are. Like, one, it's not for the general purpose. It's for dapp developers. If you're coming because you have a grudge, it's not the forum. And so I think we have to be really clear. This is for people who want to learn how to build dapps and write Roland code. It's not for the guy or person who's got grudges. And I think if we do that and make it, this is a technical breakout session, if you will, I think that's going to go a long way in keeping it under, you know, control.
Yeah, I don't have control over Telegram. It's the existing Telegram.
No, if you open this group to Telegram,
Oh, okay.
I got the sense you wanted to invite those people to this meeting.
Yeah, I didn't know from what vantage point you were talking, as far as me in Telegram communicating or those coming into here. So, okay, for those individuals coming from Telegram into our Zoom session.
Correct.
Okay,
I think Telegram is a blight on the face of the earth.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you want to invite those people, the invitation has to be really clear. And as Gary said, we have to learn how, you know, there's almost got to be like a zero tolerance. If you come here and start talking about ref prices or how effed up some member is, you're out immediately.
This is a working session. We're actively working on creating dapps, applications, wallets, and so forth. So, and it has to be a constructive and conducive environment. Exactly. And if not, you know, those individuals, Jim, as the host, say, you know, click, bye. You know, they certainly would get a warning or, you know, spoken to, and we kind of maybe set the ground game at the beginning. But it's worth an effort. I think exploring that, you know, I kind of have in my mind, you know, we as a platform, you know, we want to drive development transaction volume. That's the goal. How do you get there? Well, you need people and you need input. So that's where the conversation and the people are. But it's a mix. I mean, it's as Jim said, it's the Wild West. But you know, invite those in who want to constructively contribute. So we'll see.
There's a lot. You know, Telegram is a huge community, and well, so is Discord, but they're different communities, and people will not use a different tool.
Right.
They you know, if you want to use a different tool, you have to pay them. Okay.
Yeah.
So the Telegram community is diverse. It's a huge crypto community. A lot of people I know who use Telegram mostly, you know, consider it an alternative to Twitter. Okay, where they join the groups they're interested in, they get all the news, they know what's happening all over the place. You know, it's a great tool for them, and I can understand that, but I don't use it myself. And I'm happy that you're there, because connecting channels is what creates a collective intelligence.
Yeah.
Right.
That's a role that I kind of see myself as, hey, maybe I can be that connecting tissue. I'm willing to jump into the fire and, you know, try to sort it out, because, you know, I see the bigger picture. How it all works out, we'll see, but hey, I'll jump in.
So 1 p.m. is the communications committee. Can you make it?
I'll try. I've got other things going on. I've attended those in the past. So I think
I'm just saying, just to report on Telegram activity and potential
well,
other channels.
this is my thought. I think let's take it a step at a time. Let's first start with this session here. As far as this group is the test case. You know, we need to start somewhere. But I think, you know, Jim, it's your Zoom room. You're the administrator, but I'm kind of the lead the discussion, and everyone knows the format. So I'm going to start to engage in Telegram, kind of get kind of work that out, and then start with this group, and depending on how it goes, then we can expand to other sessions. But we have to do that judiciously, where it's appropriate. And I think we may just do this, for first few weeks until we kind of figure out what's going on. It's just very step by step. And what's this? This is my dream. This is me fantasizing of what could be. And indulge me if I may. Everyone is always they're critical of Greg, but Greg is the mind behind RChain, behind Rolang, all that has the tech that's gotten us here. So I sit in, or several of us sit in on the Casper stand-ups on Mondays, and we get an appreciation for the research and the work that Greg is doing, and we understand his personality and what he has going on. You get this insight. So and since I've promoting it announcing it in Discord, more people have joined the Monday Casper stand-up. So if it works out here in the web and dapp development sessions, and we're able to manage and control, or we're able to, it goes well. Not that we're trying to control it, but it becomes a positive experience. Then perhaps people would be those in the broader community, Telegram, would be interested in joining the Casper stand-up to get an insight into consensus, what the research Greg is doing, and get an appreciation for Greg and all of his work. Whether ever we get to that point or not remains to be seen, but that would be the far-reaching goal. But we'll start here with our sessions.
Just one word to the wise. Jim mentioned a hack that we had on Dig Life. Several of us came to the conclusion that it was because we put links to live Zoom sessions on Twitter. I think people harvest Twitter for things like that, for precisely that reason, to go in and then disrupt them. But I'd just say don't use Twitter in this campaign. Okay. Also, I'd be a little more careful about the Casper stand-ups than joining this group.
Yeah, that would be, we would have to approach that with kid gloves, and that would be, much further down the line, maybe towards, the second half of this year, if we feel confident,
I think what will happen is there'll be people in this group.
Good point. Yes.
We want to invite
to the Casper. There we go. Thank you, Jim. I knew there was someone would help me kind of think through this, but I think, yes, I agree that would be a better approach. So that expands, the possibilities of what could happen. So, okay.
That's the beginning of scaling.
Exactly. That's we have to, if our goal is to scale, we have to learn to manage how to scale, and what's all, it's us figuring out how to coordinate. So, okay. Any other, see how we're doing on time. We got about another 10 minutes. Anyways, if anyone have any final thoughts or comments? So we'll probably just leave it at that. I won't be able to attend the dapp developer session later on today because it conflicts with a board of directors meeting. So Gary, Jim stepped away, but Gary, if you guys, could attend to see if anyone joins the session, that'd be great, because I won't be able to be there.
Sure, I'll do that.
Okay. Very good. Okay. Well, Jim stepped away, but I was going to head on out. So have a great week, everyone, and look forward to being here next week.
All right, thanks, guys.
Yep. Have a great day.
Bye.